Chapter 9. Turn pain into power. Pain changes people. It breaks some, but it builds others. The difference is what you do with it. Life will hurt you. That's guaranteed. People will betray you. Plans will fail. Dreams will fall apart. But pain isn't there to destroy you. It's there to rebuild you. Stronger, sharper, wiser. The moments that broke you were never meant to end you. They were meant to wake you up. Because sometimes, you don't grow until life forces you to. Pain is a teacher disguised as chaos. It arrives uninvited, but it always leaves lessons. You can either let it harden your heart or strengthen your soul. You can drown in it, or you can learn how to swim. The people who rise after pain don't do it because they're lucky. They do it because they refuse to stay down. Every scar tells a story. Every loss hides a lesson. Every heartbreak builds a warrior. Pain introduces you to the version of yourself that comfort never could. You don't discover your strength when things are easy. You discover it when everything falls apart. And you still find a way to keep moving. The world doesn't care about excuses. It respects resilience, and resilience is born from pain. You've been through things others couldn't survive. You've walked through storms and kept going. That means there's already strength inside you. You just forgot what you're made of. Stop seeing pain as punishment. Start seeing it as preparation. It's preparing you for the life you prayed for. It's shaping your mindset, your patience, your gratitude. You can't handle success without scars, because scars teach humility. Scars teach awareness. Scars teach appreciation. Pain strips away illusions. It shows you who's real, who's loyal, and who's only there when it's easy. It exposes fake love and reveals genuine people. It also reveals you, your limits, your fears, your strength. Sometimes you have to lose everything to find yourself again. Because when you're broken, you rebuild differently, with more purpose, more focus, more honesty. Pain gives you perspective. The things you used to cry about won't even bother you anymore. You become unshakable. You stop overreacting. You start choosing peace. Pain can make you bitter, or it can make you powerful. Bitter people live in the past. Powerful people use the past as fuel. When life hurts, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Because every challenge hides wisdom. Every setback hides strength. You can turn every breakdown into a breakthrough if you stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? That shift changes everything. Pain teaches patience, because healing takes time. It teaches humility, because control is an illusion. It teaches focus, and because it reminds you what truly matters. You can't avoid pain, but you can transform it. You can use it as motivation. You can use it as evidence of your survival. You can use it as fuel to create something new. Every time life knocks you down, you have a choice. Stay there or rise stronger. And every time you rise, you build something inside you that can't be broken again. Pain humbles you. It slows you down so you can see what you were ignoring. It removes people who were never meant for your future. Redirects your path to something greater. The things that once made you cry will one day make you grateful, because without them, you'd never grow into who you are now. Sometimes the universe breaks your heart to open your eyes. Sometimes it burns bridges so you stop walking back to destruction. Sometimes it closes doors because the room you were in was too small for your potential. You'll look back one day and realize that the pain that almost ended you was actually the thing that built you. Use it. Use the heartbreak, the disappointment, the betrayal as fuel. Turn it into focus. Turn it into discipline. Turn it into drive. Let it remind you what you'll never go back to. Let it teach you what you'll never tolerate again. Every time you rise from pain, you take your power back. You prove to yourself that you're unstoppable. You become your own reason to keep going. You might not control what hurts you, but you control how you respond, and that response determines everything. Pain doesn't define you. How you handle it does. So instead of asking for a life without pain, ask for the strength to grow through it. Ask for the wisdom to use it. Ask for the patience to heal from it. Because when you learn to turn pain into power, you become untouchable. You stop needing validation. You stop fearing loss. You stop doubting your worth. You start living with purpose. You start moving with clarity. You start realizing that nothing, absolutely nothing can stop you anymore. The strongest souls aren't the ones who never suffered. They're the ones who suffered deeply and came back with softer hearts and sharper minds. That's what pain does. It transforms. It burns away weakness. It reveals your strength. It shapes your destiny. So when life hurts, don't run. Rise, don't hide. Heal, don't quit. Grow. You've already survived worse. Now it's time to use it. Because pain isn't the end of your story. It's the start of your power. Chapter 10. Master the Art of Patience. In a world that worships speed, patience is your secret weapon. Everyone wants success overnight. But real growth never happens overnight. It takes time to build something worth keeping. It takes patience to build yourself, your craft, your discipline, your peace. And that's exactly why most people quit. They don't have patience. They want quick validation, instant approval, immediate comfort, but real change doesn't come with shortcuts. It comes with consistency. When no one's watching, patience is not just waiting, it's how you behave while you wait. It's the calm confidence that says, my time will come. I'm not rushing destiny. Every great thing you've ever admired, every success story, was built slowly, quietly behind the scenes. No one saw the years of effort. The rejection, the doubt, they only saw the result. That's why you must master patience. Because success has a process. You can't harvest in the same season you plant. The seed must grow first. When you start your journey, you'll be excited, but then it'll get hard. Results won't come as fast as you hoped. That's the test. That's where patience becomes power. Most people give up. During the waiting period, they think the delay means denial, but delay is often protection. The universe making sure you're ready. Sometimes you're not waiting on success. Success is waiting on you to mature, to discipline yourself, to learn what's necessary. Patience keeps you grounded when everything around you feels slow. It stops you from comparing your timeline to someone else's, because comparison kills progress. Your journey is your own. Your clock is different. Someone else's win is not your loss. You can't microwave greatness. You can't rush mastery. It's built day by day, habit by habit, choice by choice. Every time you choose patience, you're choosing strength over impulse. You're saying, I trust my process. And that's rare, because most people only trust the outcome. They don't trust the work it takes to get there. But patience is quiet power. It doesn't shout. It doesn't rush. It builds. And one day, it arrives unstoppable. When you feel stuck, remember, even in stillness, you're growing, like a tree taking root before it rises. Growth often happens underground, invisible, unnoticed, until one day it breaks through. Don't confuse silence with stagnation. Don't mistake slow progress for failure. The slow phase is the building phase. Your patience determines how far you'll go. Because without patience, discipline dies. Without patience, focus fades. Impatience makes you chase everything. Attention, approval, shortcuts, and lose what truly matters. Patience keeps you centered. It reminds you that anything rushed rarely lasts. So slow down, breathe, work, wait. Every small step you take is part of something bigger you can't yet see. But one day, it'll all make sense. The people who rush always burn out. The patient ones always rise, because they build their foundation before their success. Think of a skyscraper. The taller it's meant to go, the deeper the foundation must be. If you want to rise high, be willing to dig deep. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your growth. You're becoming something powerful, and that takes time. Patience doesn't mean being passive. It means staying consistent while trusting the timing. Keep working. Keep showing up. Keep learning. But don't demand instant reward, because patience turns work into wisdom. It teaches you how to value effort. It humbles your ego and trains your mind to endure. Every test you face while waiting is part of your preparation. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. The more patient you become, the less things can shake you. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop rushing decisions. You move with intention. And people notice that energy. They see calmness in your actions, clarity in your choices. Because patience gives you power. Quiet, unshakable power. Look at nature. Nothing blooms all year. There's a time for planting, a time for growth, a time for harvest, and a time for rest. That's the rhythm of life. When you force things to happen too soon, they fall apart. But when you let them unfold naturally, they last. So stop asking, when will it happen? Start asking, how can I prepare while I wait? Use the waiting period to build your skills, to strengthen your mindset, to refine your habits, because once the opportunity comes, you'll be ready. Patience also teaches you to detach from the outcome, to focus on the process, to enjoy the journey instead of obsessing over results. When you stop chasing instant success, you start creating lasting success. Don't confuse being still with being stuck. Stillness is focus. Stillness is clarity. Stillness is power. One day, you'll look back and realize every delay had a purpose. Every no led you to a better yes. Every pause prepared you for the next level.